Hey everyone, bloodmako here, and this is my Spiritus ifrit. I chose to do the Dare to Defy one because honestly it's the harder version. You don't start off with 50% force gauge, you start off with whoever, you know, if it's boosted then you have the 10, so the max will be 30. I brought Ace, obviously. If not, honestly I think Makina works as well because he does put traps. If not, Quina works, and not really sure who else put traps. Well, Emperor definitely, but he doesn't have Echo. In fact, he doesn't have his FR right now. So yeah. So far we only have these few trap characters, I guess. I think Maria does, but again, no Echo. So again, the Dare to Defy one is harder because they gain force gauge quite fast, and also there are some, but there isn't more mechanics. It's just harder because of the force gauge. Honestly, none of my characters on the in my party right now can actually cancel the force time. So honestly, if you're running the same party as me and they hit force time, just hit the reset. Just reset the fight. There's no point continuing because whatever damage you do, they're just gonna heal 100%, and it's for 20 turns, so it's quite a lot. So you can't really outlast it in a sense. So just reset and then find that sweet timing for yourself. So for me, I actually use Iris. I actually have been using Simoy to push them back, honestly. And the reason why I've been doing that is because it actually makes my turn management more easier. But I think this particular run that I did, the one that I actually won, I believe I didn't use the core at all. So it is possible to do it without that call. In fact, I don't think I use any of my calls. So yeah, if you want to use the call, there is a. You just have to manage the force gauge a bit more careful. Now we'll be constantly breaking them because of Iris. Iris always puts their brave at 0, so every alternate turns we'll be getting someone broken. In fact, every time they make a move, all 3 will be broken. So we will always be getting one turn after Rubicante counters the boss. So bring Rubicante forward. I'm just gonna call him Ruby because it's easier to pronounce. Bring Ruby forward. If you want to use a call right here, it is still possible. I believe they will not get force time. You just bring them to like 94, I think, if I'm not wrong. I did it before, but just because I restarted this run so many times, I just wanted to play safe. I didn't want to use the call. I was so sick of them getting force time and me having to reset. So yeah, right here I was kind of unlucky. Ruby actually broke the bosses and pushed Iris' turn forward, which is gonna push Ace turn forward as well. You understand when once the look at it, once everything clears up. So the boss unbreaks is at 0. I'm most probably gonna, yeah, there we go. I actually did a smart thing. I actually push Iris turn back, so I didn't echo basically. Echo is not really important. You can, I mean, you should use it when you can, but if you can manipulate some of their turns, then I would recommend that you use it because you kind of want the sequence of event to go as such. Ruby counters, one of your character takes a turn. Ruby counters again, another character takes a turn. You don't want to have like 2 characters in a row taking turns because that will reduce your damage overall. On the normal Spiritus, ifrit Spiritus, I was lucky enough such that the blind, the ace traps, the blind start, something like that, right? It actually went off and broke the characters out of order. So it makes it such that when I counter, it didn't bring anyone forward because it didn't break all 3 bosses at once. So if you are lucky, you can kind of like time it such that way, because it is possible at the beginning of the fight where only one boss takes a turn and then triggers Ace trap, and so only that one would constantly have that spinning cards active. Of course that reduces your damage at the beginning, but I feel like sooner or later it will still end up being as such. You know, you break all 3 of the bosses, and then Ruby count because of Ruby's counter. So it doesn't really matter as long as you try and not get too many turns in a row. Like for example, Iris right now, if for example I have really high force time, like 9 more turns on the force time, it actually makes more sense for me to delay Iris' turn and use her force echo later on, just so that I can get more counters. But seeing as there's a gap right now, there's a gap between Ace and Iris, it is safe to use her echo. Also, another thing to take care of, or to be very careful of, is that because we're using traps, and that is one of the mechanics of this fight, at 40%, if the boss, if you push the boss to 40% and 20%, it will actually use the blades, the swords at the side, and attack your party members. And if the blades are above 50%, it will one-shot the character. There's no avoiding that, there's no mitigating that, you will just die. I'm not sure if you can make it miss using I'm blanking on her name right now. We all know the dodge call, right? I'm really blanking on her name right now. H future wife, right? My god, I really can't think of her name right now. I can't think of it. I'm just gonna give you up, right? So yeah, if you use her call, I'm not sure if you can dodge it, but I won't take the risk. And right here is where all the weird mechanics is happening. So the most important thing is when he has that green aura, what you're gonna do is you're going to try and trigger your traps, and that will actually cause the boss to calm down. There we go, calm down, and then he will kill himself. He will actually reduce his health by about 20%, which is a significant amount. And if you're not careful, you might actually push him to the 40% or too close to the 40% mark, because he will arm it at about 49. Yeah, there we go, preparing to direct magic sword to attack, that kind of thing. So once you hit that part of the fight, you want the sword to be below 50. I'm not sure if he resummons where he immediately sacrifices them to kill your party members. It did not happen to me because I managed to get them below 50. But yeah, this is where you want to be very careful. You already made it all the way to this fight. There's really no point, you know, because of one misclick you waste like what, 10 minutes of your time setting up all this. So yeah, if the sword's health is about 52 to 56, it is safe to just use a skill on them, an echo or whatever, especially if your HP damage bonus is really high. But as you can see right there, from 52 we drop them to about 45, so it's about 7%. So you can use that as a rough gauge, right? So yeah, so whenever the boss, the swords kill themselves and the boss resummons them, he will reduce his HP by 5 per sword. So that's another thing to take note of, because at 40%, if you reduce it by 5 or 10 because of 2 swords, it drops down to 30 to 29%. And that's immediately kicks in the next mechanic, which is the same one, where he will direct the swords to attack you again. This time you have a much lesser health pool to play around with. So right here is when I recommend that you summon, just so that first of all he cannot use the swords to attack you, and also this is your chance of bringing the sword down to below 50, or just outright killing up the boss. As you can tell, I did not use any of my burst sequence. I just straight up kill the boss, because at that amount of damage bonus, the boss is gonna melt. He is not very tanky for a Spiritus boss fight, but so yeah, he's gonna melt very very fast. In fact, Ace didn't even get to trigger off his burst effect, you know, the ending burst effect. It would be really nice though if that was the finisher, but yeah, I just couldn't get enough Ace turns. So yeah, look at that, 8%. I have Iris EX, and I'm pretty sure that kills it. Okay, almost kills it. I'm pretty sure that the cuts actually finish it off. So yeah, this is my run of the Dare to Defy. I don't think I will I will redo this. It's a pain to redo this, and my Braska isn't a build, so the only other option for me is Quina, and I think Quina is just a bit better than Iris. Right, guys. Before I forget, the HP healing is also one of the requirements, so make sure that you manage to hit that as well. If not, you won't get perfect. So, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.